Hello and welcome back to our HIP New World Order campaign as the Holy Roman Empire. In our last episode, we were called in by Hungary against Lombardia. Lombardia somehow gained one of these counties in the middle of Hungary. So obviously we are helping out with that. Looks like Finland is also around here as well, and Antioch is landing an army, and Bulgaria, or the Bulgarian Empire, got called in at some point too. Which definitely seems like overkill, but I guess we von Hennebergs have to stick together. Miser has an army up here even as well. So I guess Lombardia is getting a lesson in what happens when you mess with the von Henneberg dynasty. They do have a sizable number of troops down here though. We did just finish a siege, so I guess we can break off and try to fight some of these armies separately before they join up, if at all possible. Let's actually put some characters in charge here. Okay, want a siege over there. So we're going to get to Santa Fiora on the 27th of May. And we are going to catch them. Great. Speaking of the Bulgarian Empire, Kaiser Karloman has revoked a county, which he is allowed to do. Okay, so we caught that army before they merged up. Captured some prisoners. I guess, are they in Orvieto or Spoleto? Let's hope they're in Orvieto and we'll move in there and hopefully fight them. It looks like they are. It's plain, so it should be a pretty good battle. We have a new Duke of Lotharingen. Okay. And some of our buildings are finishing. Ooh. We almost lost this battle, but we had some reinforcements arrive just in time. Thank you, whoever that was. Antioch. So good of you. So the enemy army is retreating, but I think we'll decline to follow them for now. Maybe we'll go attack this 1,000 or so here. We'll let Antioch take care of it if that's what they want to do. Oh, they were going that way. I've noticed that Sibyl, my niece, and my nephew Otto are not on the best of terms, a situation I hope to remedy. I have invited them both for some quality family time in Wartburg. Family first. I've learned to take pride in my actions, and in my great family I've lost the humble trait. Okay. That is fine. Meanwhile, we're up to 92% in this war. So I think it's basically over at this point. And I guess we'll just move north. We won't actually withdraw all of our troops just yet. But we'll get ready to do so. Otto, Sibyl, and I had the greatest time together. I'm sure they like each other better now. Okay, good. And our vassal duke here has declared the O'Neill War for some guy's claim on Leitrim. On the Patriarch of Era, okay. That could well end up in us gaining some more land up here, which I don't necessarily want. I wonder, maybe after this war, we still have our truce with Lithuania for, yeah, a good amount of time, and our plot is probably not making too much progress, so maybe we'll amuse ourselves by trying to do something with this land over here. Namely, probably just getting rid of it. Let me see. Our Duke here, he is our direct vassal, I think. Yes. So he has all of this land here, and he has a couple of counties there. He doesn't actually have a lot of land in the Empire proper. So if we just granted him independence, we could probably then take this land in a different war. These two are in the Duchy of Lüttich, which is owned by him. These two are in the Duchy of Brabant, which is also owned by him, but it depends on whether we could revoke them or not. Or rather, whether we could usurp them. Probably not, I imagine. We might have to create the Kingdom of Lothringen to get the de jure claims on them to take them back from him, if we granted him independence. But that's doable. Anyway, let's get this war finished first. Probably any siege here or any significant battle will get us the last few percent. By us, I mean Hungary, of course, since this isn't our war, really. Alright, there we go. Let's get these troops back home. Have lovely 100% de jure Hungary, it looks like, once again. Alright, let's disband you. And you're almost back to Trent, and we can disband you. Alright then, let's look at this guy. So, as I was saying, if we grant him independence, his lands, including the land that we want to take back from him here, would go independent. And to get a neat CB on this, we'd have to create the Kingdom of Lothringen. The problem here is that I don't want to then give out this kingdom, mostly because that would involve giving up the Grand Mayor here, our vassal merchant republic, and as I think I was mentioning recently, that does make up a pretty significant portion of our income, thanks to city tax. Although I guess it's not that much. We get more from our domain. Maybe we can just give out the kingdom title afterwards. We could also destroy it, but that would involve annoying all of these de jure vassals, including the Grand Mayor. Alright, well, we'll grant him independence right now. We'll see what happens. Can we not grant him independence? He has to be at peace, probably. Of course. He's not a Catholic de jure vassal. Maybe we can't grant him independence anyway. Well, we might just have to revoke some titles from him or something then. But either way, he's going to have to finish his war. So let's keep an eye on what's happening over here. Looks like he might lose that battle. More Irish reinforcements on the way in. Yeah, looks like he's probably just going to lose that war. Okay, various people being released from dungeons. I suppose if we can't do anything about this war, or this land, just now, we could see what the situation is with the rest of the land. There's two counties down in the south here that are under somebody else, namely the Duchess of Munster, who is not a direct vassal of ours. So if we wanted to grant her independence, we'd have to revoke her vassalage, or retract her vassalage from the King of France here, which he may or may not accept. Maybe. Seems unlikely. It would annoy him by -30 and our other vassals by -10. But I think we're pretty old, we've got a decent long reign bonus. I don't think any of our vassals are actually going to revolt or anything. And we have plenty of money to bribe them if it looks like they might. So maybe we'll try and do that. Let me just see what other land she has. She might have land elsewhere. Nope, that would be nice and neat. We could get rid of those 2 counties and nothing else. The only catch is that we might have to fight the King of France. I think we can handle him, though. There's always a chance he'll just say yes. No, of course not. Your breach of the... To the German cow! Good lord. That's very rude. Our breach of the feudal contract is unacceptable, and he won't give up his vassals without a fight. Okay, well that's fine. We'll actually raise all of our domain troops for once. We can get another large army there. And did we already get Schwaben? I guess we did. What about Saxony? Did we get you up there? Alright, well I imagine we probably have enough here. You really should have just accepted, because the outcome is pretty much going to be the same. Okay, so we'll try and squish this little army here first. If we can. Oh, it looks like they ran into an army from my vassal. I guess we'll just join that battle and then send this army on down in this direction. So the other option, I suppose, instead of trying to just get rid of all this land, would have been to conquer the whole island. But, I don't know, I kind of prefer to do it this way, and then we could always conquer it later. I'd rather, if we were to have the whole island, for it to be a single cohesive kingdom, instead of some of it being under this duke, some of it being under the King of France. To me, that's almost worse than not having it. Alright, so we caught this army. They are in the hills, but we have twice their numbers. And then some, so I think we'll be fine. We'll send this 25k southward here, and maybe we can intercept this 17k. And this 23 we'll send over to hopefully try and fight this 16. They might actually even get here in time to reinforce this battle. Ooh, he's got another 16 down there, so this is maybe a bit of a larger fight than I initially thought. We do have plenty more troops to raise, though. So you're heading back north. Okay. So this battle is about to end. In victory, of course. We captured the Countess Palatine of Upper Burgundy. So you're headed there. Why don't you head down into this county? Actually, no, stay in the hills. Maybe they'll be inclined to attack me. You head over there. You head here. Yes, take attrition, that's good. Alright, so they've got 34,000 together here, and they are coming in to attack me in the hills, maybe? No, maybe not. Let's see, do we have more hills around here? Some further south. Why don't we advance these by 1 county each so they're both adjacent? Oh, they did come into the hills, okay. These armies are not reinforcing though, so it just looks like a bad battle on the face of it. For them, I mean. So we'll probably just leave it and not reinforce yet. The king himself is in charge of the left flank. It looks like they're sending in reinforcements. We can always send in our own, and it does indeed look like they are, actually. We're going to get there on the 13th of May. Okay, we'll send some. Unfortunately, we're going to take some attrition over here, probably. Or maybe not. Okay. So our reinforcements are in. And his remaining 17k over here is coming in as well. If they get here in time, which is kind of doubtful at this point. Oh, and we have a new vassal king of Saxon, no longer of our dynasty. As I mentioned before, he's attractive but arbitrary. And he's only 10, so he's not going to be causing us any trouble. Okay, the reinforcements changed their mind there. Oh, and they've run into an army from Schwaben. Well, that's great news. We'll allow them to fight. Patriarch of Corsica and Sardinia has set up Cardinal Saltaro as an antipope named Cardinal Urbanus II. Interesting. That gives us a CV on them, I think. Perhaps as good Catholics, we should go and teach them the error of their ways at some point. But we got up to 61%, mostly from that one huge battle. We are losing war score from the rebels controlling all of their holdings, though, so we should definitely do something about that. And I think at this point we can... Well, we probably want to make sure that we get a decent battle against this 17k, so let's not just advance without due care and attention here. Yeah, they did reinforce that battle, so I think we'll probably pounce on that army once this battle finishes. If the rebels win. Oh, I guess we're fighting an army from one of their vassals in there, that's okay. We shouldn't lose too many troops in that. Okay, so they're at low morale, they're in the plains. I think we'll just send 2 of these armies in, and then you can advance into enemy territory. You were separated from your men in the chaos of battle and now find yourself in the midst of war. I didn't actually mean to fight myself, but oh well. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your forces, you see Prince Bishop Eudes of Blois break through the enemy ranks and charge you. Okay. Prepare to die, low-born scum, I guess we'll say. You turn to face the Prince Bishop, and he breaks his charge and flees. You pursue, but lose track of him in the chaos. That's right, coward. Run back to Beauvais. Oh, that went pretty well, and we are about to win this battle for another 13% war score. Captured a bishop. And at this point we can probably just advance and start taking some sieges. one of you actually can head down here instead, please. Good, we did actually pursue the army and wipe it out as well. Okay, can we actually assault anything here? Oh, we lost a siege, that's fine. If we can assault something, we could wipe out a good chunk of this war score very quickly. But if it's going to be costly, maybe it's not really worth doing. Can't assault there. Can't assault there. Okay. We'll just siege the slow way, that's fine. But we're just about out of time for this episode, so we'll have to do it in the next one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.